report. Now, we also had some big numbers coming out of Tesla yesterday. Dropped like a rock after market. Net income dropped around 24% for the EV maker. Shaw, any trades here in Tesla or maybe some other EVs?
Tesla, to my eye, has support at about 175, 180. We'll call, excuse me, 175, 176, and that's minor support. If it breaks that, I think we could see some selling. Below that, there's not a whole lot of support till you get way down. So I think it's an opportunity to trade Tesla, which is always dangerous to the downside. But the net income loss there, as far as down 24%, is just the beginning, because they've cut prices again. And when you cut prices on the top line, you're going to see that flow down to the bottom line, and the margins are going to get hit. So I think Tesla may have peaked for a while. And as far as the rest of them, you look at any of them. Okay, you look at Rivian. By the way, Ford, GM, same boat, same kind of problems. They're not going to. Their margins are going to be compressed. And I don't like any of the. I don't like the big automakers in here. And whether it's Fisker, which is a stylist, and he is a guy that I admire. Stock is just a mess. FSR, absolute mess. Rivian, a mess. Lucid, a mess. These are speculative stocks. And if you go into any of those stocks, you're speculating. It's on timing. If you catch a bottom somewhere, that's the only way to try and play these. Otherwise, these are all in trouble and probably going to continue to fall deeper as far as the markets for EVs as credit conditions tighten. It's going to be more problematic unless they get more incentives. These companies aren't going to make money for a long time.
CJ, how should we play the sector today with Tesla dropping?
What he said.
Good one.
So Tesla gave you something, a gem here yesterday. That was the sixth before their earnings. First of all, before their earnings, on the day of earnings, they dropped their sixth price cut. Right there's a sign right there. If you didn't hear that in the morning when that news hit, then you should have had the TV or something on and known. Then they come through in the afternoon and they give you an earnings report that was kind of miserable. And the most miserable thing about it was the fact that their margins are shrinking even more. So they got margin problems. And they're taking out the part that goes above the margin, which is your revenue, that gets to the earnings per share, right? So they're telling you that they're getting squeezed right now, and it's only going to get worse as the consumers start to dry up in terms of what they will spend. So the way I trade this is, first of all, and we did buy some put spreads as a side trade in Night Trader last night, right ahead of the earnings. I'll cash those out. I'm going to look at the stocks that Shaw just mentioned, because Lucid, Neo, Rivian, all of these, Fisker, they're going to have the same issues. Remember, they're doing the same things here, and Tesla's more efficient at it than everyone else. I've got over here on my left.
Uh-oh.
And remember, they're trying to get into this business, and they are going to face the same thing. And then if you want a little bit of a derivative play, we talked about it last week, Vaz. The lithium trade has roared higher over the last couple of weeks here. China pegged the lithium prices about 2.5 weeks ago or so because they knew there was going to be a drop in demand. This is how the drop in demand comes as people back off right now. Take a look at the LIT shares, LIT, that's a lithium ETF. Take a look at Levent, LTHM. Take a look at them all right now. Short terms are trades to the bottom. I still want to own them over the next 5 years, though.
All right. So short term, we're seeing lithium stocks not get litty, but for the long term, we like them there. 8-baller. We were just discussing how we have. Whoa. I hear an echo out there. Is that? Are those the profits talking back to me? I love it. Sounding good. 8-baller. What are you seeing in Tesla's chart as we get into today's trading? Oh, wise 8-ball.
I see death. Basically, 165 Tesla, initial line in the sand, 160. Stock should be down. Lots of sells coming out. You had just now Tudor coming out with a downgrade to a sell. So 165 right now, you possibly call, it's a double bottom. And no, it's not. But look for longs to try to defend 165. Stock could be down 20% today. We'll see. The gross margins also to be added. Horrible numbers across the board. I don't see any reason why the valuation is where it is currently trading. So I would never buy the stock. Tesla, you can see up on the chart, I've been pounding the stock since $207, initially losing here, working the trade, and now ultimately getting paid like CJ, overnight options. Stock, I'm not buying it. Maybe he comes out and says, let's squeeze the shorts. Let's mention AI 40 times. It's the only concern I have right now.
Yeah, let's control F that conference call, see if there's any glimmer of hope for this thing to go higher and see how many times they would mention AI.